Greetings, adventurers. Pucker up. In last week's Global Lab update, we surprised you with an announcement that Land of the Morning Light Seoul will be released on September 12th. Yeah? Following the adventures of the Dongwei province, this time you'll be able to embark on a new journey with the Hwanghae promise that no one knows how to pronounce. In line with the upcoming adventure, we will be introducing various new content as well. There will be no shortage of new content to look forward to, including the 12 collection of tales. Can't wait to do that, by the way. 4 world bosses and 7 Black Shrine co-op bosses, sovereign weapons, and more. In particular, the NPCs you encounter this time will be introduced not only throughout the collection of tales, but also through the world bosses and the Black Shrine co-op content, promising a rich, novel experience. Put a picture here, brace for impact. Furthermore, regarding the Black Shrine co-op content, 4 Black Shrine bosses will be released in Korea first. While global regions will be able to enjoy all 7 bosses, including the final main villain of the Seoul expansion on the 12th. You know what's funny is that Perlevis tried to gaslight me about this, saying that like I was the crazy one, that like I had misread it, and that like it wasn't like implied that they were going to release the co-op content to everyone at the same time. A total of 3 other bosses are still being prepared, which includes Chaeyoung, Dark Bongmong, and the main villain of Seoul. Okay, based on that clause right there, it sounds like, okay, so 3 of the bosses aren't done yet, and we're planning to introduce them to the official server on September 12th. Okay, so everyone's getting those 3 bosses on September 12th. The update on September 12th will not only include these new bosses, but also include the global release of Land of the Morning Light Part Seoul, right? What this implies to the West, okay, if you're like, to most people, because see, I wasn't the only one that read it this way. Biseptimus Prime did too, okay, and so did several other content creators, which means that the community probably also was, a lot of people were reading it like this as well. What they meant, guys, is to say, oh yeah, so you'll all get 3 bosses like globally, but the other 4 Korea's gonna get first. That's what they meant to say. But nowhere in here is that made clear. What we thought this meant was that everyone was getting all of the co-op bosses at the same time, because they said they're going to introduce, okay, these 3 when they're done on September 12th, and then like you're going to get all the new bosses when the Land of the Morning Light Seoul update happens. Like, okay, well that means that everybody's getting them at the same time. And the reason that this was meaningful for us, guys, is that these bosses have very unique mechanics that we're all going to be trying to figure out. Okay, correction. And by we are all going to try to figure out, I mean the Koreans are going to figure out for us. Okay? And then we are not going to have any hype with it, and it's going to be dead on arrival. Okay? We are going to do it for rewards and already know everything there is to know about those first 4 bosses. KR players, the Aryan race to PA. Absolutely, yeah. That's exactly what's going on. 100%. They're just superior in every way. So, Korea getting the first 4 bosses means that those first 4 bosses are completely dead content to us, and we will already know all of the mechanics before it releases in the West. We will, however, get 3 bosses that we can all try to figure out together. But Korea will still get it 12 hours sooner. 12 hours sooner is at least reasonable, though. Just being honest. This is just shitty. This is just terrible. The way that this is deliberately disingenuous. I see this as deliberately misleading. Because again, I was not the only person that was misled to believe that this meant that, okay, well, they're not going to ruin the co-op content for everyone. They're gonna wait and release all the bosses. Yeah, they specifically said, yeah, we're still working on 3 of them, but like, yeah, we're gonna give them all to you on September 12th. Like, oh, okay. Well, we thought that meant everyone was getting it on September 12th in an effort to make it a little bit more hype, or a lot more hype, because otherwise it's just not fun, right? If you already know all the mechanics that go into it, it's just not fun anymore. It's just ridiculous. So anyway, I had Perlibus try to gaslight me into thinking that, like, I had somehow misinterpreted what they said. Like, no, you deliberately misled your player base into thinking that we were gonna finally start getting global releases for shit like this. Instead, Korea is still getting over half of the content before we even we're gonna get 3 bosses of fun. That's what we're gonna get. We're gonna get 3 bosses that are fun. 3. Okay, instead of 7. Okay, which you can say, well, technically, we never said that we were going to give you all of them actually. And you know what I really love about a multi-billion-dollar corporation is when they say, technically, you misinterpreted it. Oh, well, it's your fault. I love it when they blame the player base for their incompetence and negligence as a company. Okay, you f***ed up. Just
Phantom
say
115
you fucked up.
Dex 100.
Don't try to blame
Content
me for
we know
it.
Pre-release is just as exciting as looking forward to tomorrow's chores.
Don't blame Biceptimus Prime for it, and don't blame all of your hundreds of thousands of players worldwide for it. Okay, you f***ed up. We interpreted what you gave us. Okay, this is your fault, and I am pissed. That, like, the most redeeming part of those patch notes was the global release that we were gonna get. And instead, what we're getting is half of what was promised, and half of what was promised wasn't even enough. I can't wait for the global labs this week. They better be packing. You better be packing. Because right now, people are more excited for my event than they are for anything that your company has to say about your game. Holy f***. We are preparing a new look for the Black Shrine. No one cares. We would like to provide more information regarding the dubbing of Land of the Morning Light Soul update. Oh, this gets better, guys. Wait, oh, I forgot. Hold on. It gets better. Wait. Due to the ongoing voice actor strike in North America, the schedule for the English dubbing has been significantly delayed, meaning we are unable to proceed with providing an all-language dubs before the global simultaneous release as originally planned. To be clear, they delayed the content for a month and a half for us because of this. Okay? Remember, guys, when they don't release it to us and they only give it to Korea, their excuse every time is, it hasn't been translated yet. It hasn't been dubbed yet. Right? No one cares. Am I the only adventurer that is like, dub it later, give it to us on time? No one gives a It almost sounds better in Korean. Just give us the subtitles. We watch Chris Polly every day. We're capable of reading subtitles and not listening to you. Okay? It's literally just that simple. Oh my God. The partners were like, Choice is like, I'll do it. Just have me. I'll just say all the words right now. Just give me the lines. Like, thank you, Choice. Yeah.
Ray Charlie shared X 100.
Thank
we
you.
don't fucking give
voice
it to
one
us
of them.
in Korean English dub coming soon. No cares.
No, the best part is that they had Enclave dub one of their things for the Ulukita expansion. Enclave. Okay? And it was a win. It was a win. We were like, oh my God, Enclave's in the game. Oh my God. If I heard Etsu's voice in the game, I would be so much more excited than the random dipshit who has been striking, like on strike and union break for the last 6 months. Like, on God. Holy moly. This is why our content has been delayed, guys. We can't get a voice actor. Oh, bro, could you imagine if I voiced Fugar? Oh, that shit would go so hard. Go to your weekly. That shit would be so hard. The players come up and like, how you doing, baby? What up? Yeah, that Dark Knight looking kind of fine. Like, do you guys remember the quest line where Fugar literally, like, he tries to ask a girl out and she denies him, bro? He's a player, guys. He's a player, bro. I would give that personality. I would give him personality. Fugar's hairy, though? No, he's bald. We're good. I put some antlers on. I'll make this shit work. I mean, again, Neptune's called me a Fugar looking. I basically have already qualified for the role. You walk up to Fugar, and I'm just like, go to idle. Stop wasting your time. You select Liebers, and then you go to select the Uragon shoes. No, 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 that's not the one you want. I can voice Jatina, too. That would be Jatina. Like, literally, I wouldn't even give it to them. I legitimately wouldn't even give it to them. No, 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 you took Beggs. You don't want to be an idiot. You don't know, not the Muskins, the other one. I would be so good at voice acting this stuff. I would give, honestly, God is my witness. I would be the most interesting character in Black Desert storyline. Literally. Because I would give my character like some personality. Within reason. I would be. I would give them personality. Like Fugar. I would make Fugar into a total player because he already has history doing that. Right? Not a high bar. Shut up. I need this. Like, he's already asked out women and been denied before. I mean, shit, we lied to him, right? We were like, did anybody else? Actually, I didn't lie to him. I told him, I said, she don't want you, bro. You're ugly. You could choose to lie to him or not. And I put that down, bro. I put that down. But like he could be like hitting on all the characters, you know, even the male characters. Even the male characters. Like, yo, is that your greatsword? Are you happy to see me? That would be so funny. That would be so good. Like, is that a Pen Naru accessory you're wearing? Oh no, you're retarded. Like, oh man, I would have so much fun with it, bro. Meiwa. A bold choice. The other 3 Meiwa players will be excited that they now have a top 4 to compete with. Like, I would have banger voice lines. On God. Damn, my voice lines would be so good. True facts. How you doing, Pix? It's good to see you, buddy. It's good to see you, buddy. Oh, God. Of course, we're still working on dubbing for this content. We plan to apply this update when it's finished. Since we're now able to bring you this exciting content sooner, we'll be... Guys. Since we are now able to bring you this exciting content sooner. Guys, understand, they were going to delay the expansion. Literally delay the expansion until the dub was finished. That's what this implies. Okay? They were literally going to delay it. That's why it's been delayed this long. Is because this English dub is not done. That's why we didn't get a date at the Heidel Ball. Korea got a date because they didn't need a dub. We needed a dub, and they were like, well, they're on strike, so we don't really know when it's going to end. Then we started, like, rioting in the streets. The UN podcast happens, and the next day, they're like, all right, just put the expansion out without the dubbing, and we'll dub it later. Which, admittedly, still a win, but not as much of a win as I was hoping. We should have just got, bro, we don't care about the dubbing. Nobody cares. Like, it almost sounds better. Am I crazy? It almost sounds better with Korean voice acting, right? Like, because it's Land of the Morning like Seoul. It's like a Korean, like you're in like a Korean area with Korean theming, and it almost sounds better with Korean voice acting. You know what I mean? For the 8 seconds that they're actually going to speak to me while I'm rapidly hitting the R key, it's almost better to have it be Korean. You won't even be able to tell what language they're speaking. But like, it's just the truth. Like I can't believe they were waiting on the dub. The dub! Like, the voice acting? What was the excuse before? You didn't even have voice actors before. And by the way, I just want to be clear. If there are people on strike for voice acting, just go find someone else to voice act it. Just go find somebody that can be replaced like immediately. Okay? Like literally just replace them. No one cares. Okay? You have plenty of community members. You have plenty of content creators. Your CMGM team, hearing the CMGMs in game would be so much fun. I know, because Enclave is in the game and we thought that was pretty fun. I don't know about you guys. I thought it was fun. I would probably never have gone to talk to that NPC if not for the fact that Enclave dubbed him. I literally walked over there and talked to him because Enclave was dubbing him. I thought it was cool, bro. Plus, I think it would be cool to like, if they put Choice's voice in a game, no, that Zethian should voice Dosa. I would play so much more Dosa. I would play so much more Dosa. Oh my God. God is my witness. Oh man. That shit would be so good. I'd also like So Frosty to dub something would be really good too. Asmongold TTS and BDO is a better choice than a voice dub. I mean, like, look, I understand that like they're like rioting and they're having strikes and stuff and all this shit. And like, I don't know too much about it, but like generally speaking, I'm gonna support that. But like, also, here's the thing: you shouldn't be holding up expansion releases because you can't English dub something. You should just release it, and then when the strike's over, have them dub it, and then put the dub in later. It's literally just that simple. No one cares. Or you can find someone else to do it because that's life. Welcome to life. Right? Do you guys think that if a sponsor comes to me and goes, hey, we want you to promote our game, do you think that if I say, no, I'm on strike as a content creator, that they're going to give a No, they're just going to go to the next person and be like, okay, hey, Choice, will you do it? You know what I mean? Like, that's it. Holy moly. Are there any other games going through the same problem? I'm sure there are. They just aren't holding up all of their Western release. Like, most game companies understand that, like, rather than delay it for the entire world, they just release it for everybody and then say that the dubbing will come later. Right? Pearl Abyss's solution was, let's release it in Korea like we normally do, and then we'll just wait an indefinite amount of time, and like they'll just get it when they get it. And then to be clear though, I do want to point out, we were rioting in the streets, guys. We were rioting in the streets. That's why they gave us the expansion on the 12th without the dubbing. They were willing to wait. They were going to wait months, guys. Months. They were willing to wait an untold amount of time to give us this expansion, to wait for the dubbing. And because we pitched a fit like 5-year-old children, they were like, all right, just release it. Thank God that there's been so much Doomer content lately, because we would not be getting this expansion on the 12th.
Heliquin just resubscribed for 2 months, and we will continue to riot.
That's goddamn right. Heliquin, welcome back for 2 months, man. Really appreciate that. Except for my event. You don't want to riot my event. My event's really fun. We already thought it was going to be released in November. Well, it was probably going to be. Until we were literally like, until they were like, well, damn, Jay, it looks like there's an abnormally low amount of people playing our video game. Maybe we should try to release it a little sooner. actually just wild. But to be clear, that is actually proof that they did hear us screaming and yelling. I just want to be absolutely clear that we overcame the developers in this case because they were going to wait, guys. And in the past, they have waited. And you know how I know? We didn't get Odalita for like 10 months. Korea had Odalita for like 10 months before we got it for very similar reasons. For very, very similar reasons. But like, we didn't riot then. We weren't rioting in the streets at that time because we were having fun with the game. This time, we were rioting in the streets and they finally just said, okay, f it. We'll release it. Okay. Better. Better. I personally just started playing 2 weeks ago. I'm having a blast with the game. But the dooming at a certain point almost put me off to the game because everyone's saying they're quitting. Well, rest assured, I'm not quitting, and I'm putting on one of my biggest events of the entire year right now. So, for all of us, please don't f your game anymore. That'd be great. Thank you so much. I've been trying. I had to deliberately. Is Note still in the chat? Note, are you still here? Note and I had to have a discussion. I was like, Note, I don't really want to put out any more Doomer content. I want to limit how much Doomer content we're putting out on the channel. And he was like, okay, well, here's what we can do. And I literally I had to deliberately go around and look for stuff that I could try to make and do that wasn't just like ridiculously Doomer. Guys, I'm trying to limit how much Doomer shit I'm actually talking about on, especially on YouTube, because that's where most people watch me. But like, damn, bro, it's kind of hard when the entire community, the whole thing is just rioting. Even the partners, guys, I can't speak too much on it, but even the partners are like rioting. Like I've never seen. Like I have literally never seen before. Like actual insanity. But I'll be honest, they did hear us. They did. You can't say that they didn't hear us, because if we hadn't have done anything, guys, if we weren't screaming and hollering and yelling about this stuff, they would not have released the expansion. They wouldn't have. They'd have held it till they got the dub, because in the developers' eyes, they don't want to destroy the content. They want it to be like the full immersive experience that they planned, and like the perfect like cookie cutter thing that they planned, right? And that dub is extremely important to them, right? Like, we just had to show them by kicking and screaming like 5-year-olds that it's not that important. We just want the content. Just give us the subtitles. It'll be okay. And then put the dub in later.